Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the How to Craft Network studio. My name is Toni and it's been a while, hasn't it just? We were just saying, me and Tim, it feels a little bit alien because we just haven't had any time to be here with you lovely ladies and gents in studio for quite a bit of time. But as you all know, we have one more show on HSN looming fast, but after that, we're going to be concentrating back on our live studios. I know how much you love it and I love it too. So welcome to the channel, everyone. If you are not a subscriber, you need to click that subscribe button. We have missed you all and there's going to be lots of content coming out of Studio One in the future. If you like the video and you're enjoying the show, then please give me the thumbs up on the video. And if you are able to share, please do so too, because this shares the love of craft and that makes me very happy. Now, today's show, I have a demo as well. Don't worry, I've got a demo for you all. But today's show is our summer sale. We do about 3 a year, and normally I have a counter full of goodie bags. But I feel like goodie bags have been done, and I'm sick of seeing them. So today I only have one on the counter, and it's a good one. Just the one. If you want it, you can absolutely get it. But we also have a lovely lineup. Now, on the counter, I do have my top picks for the sale. There are also other items as well. If you are watching on the website, if you look under this live video, you'll see all of the products linked to the show that I have live in show. We have some fantastic savings for you all. So if you are club members, you get a discount already on top of what I've already shown you. If you have accrued those points, wherever you are on your point system, whether you get an extra 5 on top of your club, you'll get that on top of as well. Some of you are at 10. Some of you are at 15 and some of you are absolutely a max 20% and free postage, okay? So the more you buy, the more you earn, the more you save, okay? So I know that a lot of you, despite a lot of the products in this show being £10 and under, are going to get some steals. Makes me happy that you are getting some steals. It makes me happy that we are making some space for some new products. But it's a great way to top up on some of your supplies, or maybe you've had your eye on some of the products that you know you've been waiting and waiting. Not always do all of the products end up in the sale because we do have tons of sellouts. But you do have an opportunity maybe to grab that little nugget where you're like, I'm going to wait and hope in the hope that my budget is going to spend on in the sale. And again, even though you're buying in the sale, you're getting extra points. So next time we have a sale, you get more points, you get more savings. It's just a lovely place to come. I love it. And when I see the orders and I see the savings, I'm like, oh dear, you are paying. You are paying less than I bought half of these products in. So it's a great way to get a sale. Now, as you can see on the TV, we have the scan the QR code, shop 28. I'll take you to all of the products, straight to the website, and you'll be able to get any of the items in the sale today if you like that. Quick, easy shopping way. You can do that on TV. But if you want to, you can look below the products. And you can also just peruse later in the day. Now, I will say to you, we don't have thousands of lines, some of which are less than 100, okay? So if you do like them, get them in your basket, check out. Now, if you do buy now, live in the show, and then later on, your friend says to you, did you get that stamp? And you're like, oh, it's only £6. Did you not get it? You can continue to add to your basket until the item is dispatched and left the building. So no more postage costs accrued until that first item has left the building. You can add to. But as soon as it's shown dispatched, you then have to pay the new postage cost, which is very cheap anyway. So it's a great saving, and it's us giving back as well, because, you know, it's really difficult to manage the postage system, but for you to be able to have that and be able to just keep adding until you're content, then there we go. So let's do a lineup. Let's get down the counter as fast as possible because I have some wonderful savings for you. And I have 2 demos. Check me out, 2 demos. Now, I will do a shout out when I get to the other side. It's a little bit difficult to see all of your comments whilst I'm here at this side because I have all of the tech at this side. But I will say hello. So if you have any questions, as always, please pop QQQ and keep typing it until I get to the question, okay? Look at me. It's a bit windy and wet today. Gorgeous as always. You know, guys, can't be gorgeous all the time. I've told you this. Right, let's have a look at some wonderful goodies. Now, this is the only goodie bag in the show, and this is our summer goodie bag, and it's a great bag, guys. So it's about £95 worth of product, okay, and you're going to get it at $35.99. Now, if you do have those savings, 20% off, you do the maths. If you've got 15, You do the maths. What I would say to you is pop it in your basket, have a look what comes out the end before you check out. If you're happy with it, check it out, okay? If you are thinking, no, it's still out of my reach, move on to something else. But check out, because everybody's price is going to be different on how much you spend with us here at Stamps by Me. The more you spend, the more the savings. So let's have a look. Now in here, the contents may vary, but it's only either the colour or the design that varies. The product is a given. So if I say you're going to get a pack of card, you're going to get a pack of card, but it could be blue, red, yellow, fuchsia pink, whatever it may be. If I say to you, you're going to get a die, you will get a die, okay? It could be a Stamps by Me die, it could be an Avogo die, a Thirsty Brush die, but you will get a die. And I have popped it in the write-up of the product, guaranteed a stamp, a die, a this, a that, and other, but it might be the design itself may vary or the colour, but you're guaranteed the product, which is 9 lines. Okay, so first of all, we have a pack of card. Now, you haven't seen these colours before. These have been with us now for about 5 months. I haven't allocated them to TV, but these are our brand new colours. So I thought, do you know what? Let's pop one of the new colours in one of the bags, so you've got something different in your bag. So it is a 200 weight cardstock here. This one is like a wine colour, really, really lovely colour. But we also, you might get a lovely teal green, you might get a mustard yellow. So guaranteed a pack of card, guaranteed a pack of glitter card, okay? These, I don't have tons of these, guys, because I have to obviously, because when I guarantee products, I have to limit the numbers, okay? So a pack of glitter, a pack of normal card. Then we have a stamp. So it'll be a Stamps by Me stamp. It might not be this design. You might get a flower. You might get a backing stamp, but you are guaranteed a stamp. Then a die. And again, it might be a different die to this one. You might get a flower. You might get a backing one. Now, already you are over, way over the £35. I know a lot of you are going to get this bag at £27, which is just these two. Okay, so moving on, we have an embossing folder. We have some more paper. We have another stamp. We have a pack of Gossip sparkle pens. Now the sparkle pens, you will get the sparkle pens. The colours may vary. This one is blue, purple and steel green. You might get pink, gold, silver. And then you will get a pokey tool. Okay, and you might get a green or a pink or a black pokey tool. So the contents of this bag, $95.99, around that price point for $35.99. If you have your savings, you're going to get it all for less than £30, let's face it, which is an absolute steal. So one goodie bag this year. Normally I put 2 or 3 on, but I think, honestly, and I know I've seen a few comments about goodie bags. You know, they've been done to death, haven't they? So I felt, you know what, let's just do the one. And it's a good way for me to wilter down some of our earlier designs and a great opportunity for you to get a bargain. Now, I didn't mention throughout the show, but if you do spend £40 in the show, i.e. from the line that I'm going down the counter on, you will be sent a free set of Pearlywinks ink sprays, okay? So if you spend £40, I will send you Pearlywinks coloured sprays. Now, we all know we love the Pearlywinks sprays. They are fantastic and vibrant. So £40 and you will be sent this as a free gift from me. Now we need to speed up, guys. Come on, look at the comments. Oh, lots of you on. So here we have the next one on the counter. So this is a wonderful A4 stamp set. Most of you might have this one, but for those of you that have sat on the fence and maybe waited a little bit, mind you, I'm not sure if it's as good a price as what you did as a club member, but this is £29.99. Normally today it's £20. But if you have those savings, you save £3-4. So it's like a steal. A4 stamp set, this one, guys, absolutely huge. Moving down the counter, we have Friends for Life. Check this one out. Now, this is one of our best sellers. There isn't a lot of these ones, guys. So these are the large and small F design with that floral design in there, okay? You also have the words, and what you do with these ones is you bolt the words onto the large letters. So, Have Faith, Friends for Life, Fabulous You, Forever and Always, fantastic news. And you can use the variational sizes, and one will fit beautifully on your envelope to see that design through. But the beautiful part about this is it has coordinating die. Ta-da! Coordinating die. So normally £29.99. This one is £15 today. Great saving, half price. Great saving. So this one as well, moving down, we don't have a ton of these. These are literally what's left. So this is our fabulous retro stamp. Now this is an A5 stamp set that gives you three textured backgrounds. I'm going to show you this one actually very, very quickly. And let's just pop it on the back here. This is a nice one. This is a great background stamp. This one's going to fly, by the way. I know that. Just see that one there. Let me just try and pop it on the front, see if you can see it any better. There we go, that's a little bit better. So 3 textured background stamps that decorate envelopes, card blanks, absolutely beautiful. Maybe if I take that away, you can see it. There we go. This was a belter. I probably will reorder this one in because this was super popular, still is super popular, but today it's £10. So check out your basket if you like that one. I don't have a ton of those. I think I have about 60. Only 60 of that one. That's probably my lowest number on the counter. Now, moving down the counter, we have the wonderful heart die on here. So this is a huge heart, and it comes in 2 parts with some wonderful words. Now, you've got love us. I'll just show you this one in the packet here. So you get 6 on here. So this is normally £18.99. You can see my little labels here. Look, just as a quick reminder, I don't tell you the wrong price because I'll get in trouble. So here is the die for this one. Now this is big. Now this gives you a beautiful heart exterior, a heart interior, and that wonderful banner design down the front. And the coordinating word dies. That looks all like a hot mess, but trust me, this is an incredible, incredible die. And it's got a floral detail in there that you can paper piece back in if you want to create like a stained glass window effect. So this one, normally £18.99, 10 today. If you've got 20% off, oh, you know how much you're going to get it for. Now, moving down the counter. Now, this was on the website out of stock, and I found some in the back. I'm like, guys, this has been out of stock for ages. I found some, so do you know what? I've allocated them to the show. Now, if you did click that notify me button, you will have had the email today. So people don't read their emails. So maybe you're going to catch it today if you have been waiting. This was that precious sweet pea. Now, I'm just going to grab a piece of white card for this one to show you how gorgeous this one is. And I say everything's gorgeous. Well, of course it's gorgeous because I designed it, and I wouldn't design anything that I didn't think were gorgeous. But it does sound like a broken record sometimes, doesn't it? So these are those creeping vines that look fabulous over the corners of your cards. So we have one for a great slimline card, and then you have this wonderful one which just gives you like a poppy corner typescape. But it's a sweet pea really, but I think it looks like poppies that are not quite open yet. Absolutely wonderful, this one. And again, today, this one is £10. That one is your precious sweet pea, and it has 2 pieces in there. So that's an A5 stamp set. So moving down to the next one on the counter. Mojito, boom, Quatre D. You're in for a treat, aren't you? Quatre D, yes, in our summer sale. Only one though. Only one. So if you like our Quatre D system, which is that 4-stage system, that gives you the embossing folder, layering stencils, stamp and dies all in one eco-friendly packaging, and you get this fabulous 3D design on the front here, then you're in for a treat today because this is normally £34.99. It's got £15 off. Let me show you. Now, if you bought one of the others on launch and you're thinking, do you know what, I'm going to have those so I can stack them on my cards like a mojito and a cocktail, then you can do that. So you have, let's just put them in some order, all of which work as independents too. So we have the embossing folder, the layering stencils, the stamp, and then the outline die. All combined make a fabulous Quatre D 3D design on there. £15 off on that one, guys. Ooh, makes me feel all funny. So I'm going to take a walk to the other counter. Now, I am told the goodie bag is flying. I knew that would fly, so congratulations if you have got that one. Just for the poker tool and the sparkle pens on their own, we're nearly at the price point that it is when you get your discount. So, you know, shop ahead, guys. But as I've said, if you do spend £40, you do get that little thank you gift, as in those inks from me. and I'll send those out in the post. Now, I do have some little bits of goodness on here too. Firstly, I want to tell you about the acetate. Now, if you bought the acetate, I know lots of you love it. The reviews are incredible, but we have the acetate, all 4 colours here. And again, this is just what's left from launch when I was here with Teresa. We have a black, a pink, a silver and a gold. And this is your heavy duty construction acetate, okay? So this creates those wonderful see-through boxes that I showcased for you all with the gold, the decorative detail on the front. It absolutely holds its own. You all loved it. This is a chance to top up. Christmas is coming. I think it is 17 Mondays until Christmas. And you're going to be able to create your fabulous Christmas boxes if you want to top up. So if you've used quite a lot of it already, or you haven't tried construction weight acetate, this is the best. It comes with a cover sheet on it to keep it from being scratched. You peel the cover sheet off, it scores beautifully, it builds beautifully. It's just a lovely addition to your stash if you are creating those cards that just need that beautiful box, card overlays. It's strong enough to hold its own weight with card blanks as well. So you can do that with that. So don't hang around for that one. The most popular ones from those ones is the pink and the gold. Me personally, I like the black stripe on that one, but it is personal preference. So let's have a look down by the base here. This is going to be a demo. Now, tomorrow, wonderful, tomorrow. So this is that wonderful stamp. Oh, just twist it that way. Thank you so much. So here is Reflection Collection. Now, I'm not kidding you when I tell you this is the last Reflection Collection stamp I have. We have new ones on the way, but if you are a collector, you didn't get this one, missed out maybe, this is your last chance. This is tomorrow, and it's that reflection of those beautiful swans in the water and all of the build-up elements. I'm going to demo this and show you exactly how easy this one is. And again, I think I've got about 80 units of this one. That one won't be around long. £10. £10. Next one. This is a bit of a steal. Now, this one is Thirsty Brush Foliage, okay? So this is the wonderful leaves. As you can see all your comments now. Gives me an opportunity to breathe. So this is a wonderful foliage with some incredible sentiment. This is an A5 stamp. Guess what? It comes with the coordinating dies as well. £10. £30 normally. 10 today. And this is going to go around those big leaves. I'm thinking leaves to create foliage on cards, cut them out, create dimension, make a Halloween card if you want to. Steal at £10. If you're adding anything in your basket, probably this one is the best to get those great savings. Now, the last one on the counter, I need to talk to you about this one. Before I talk to you about this one, though, because I am going to demo this one. Chris, question, how do I order as I can't find in the shop? So, Christine, if you just go to the homepage on our website, just scroll down, and everything's underneath, okay? Or you can scan that QR code on the TV as well. And I'll take you straight to the product. So give me a shout if you struggle. Before I show you this lovely stamp here, I want to talk about the watercolour Thirsty brushes. Now, let me just move this one out of the way. So this one is the watercolour brushes. And the great thing about these is you can refill them. So you get 5 watercolour brushes inside. I'll show you. I'll open this one actually. I'll open them when I come to demo because I'm going to use this one. So you get 6 brushes. I just got another one there in your basket. So you get 6 brushes in here, all of different colours. The great thing about these is they are so pigmented. So the background that I'm going to do for that swan, if it doesn't sell out before I get here, I'm going to create a lovely reflective scene with these and show you how wonderful they are. Great price point, guys. £10. $16.99, £10. Top up if you like them. Have a look at the ones you have in your stash. Are they half done? Great opportunity. Stocking filler, whatever it may be. Great opportunity to stock up on those. I think half of the stock of these had sold before I even came to air. I checked the orders before I came to see what was super popular. This was one of them. So they are your Thirsty Brush pens. Now, the last thing, ta-da! Now, a few things to talk about on this one. Now, I have about 500 of these. Yep, believe it or not. I'll tell you why I've got 500 of these. Because there is a spelling mistake on it. Tell me off right now. Could anybody spot the spelling mistake? So here we are. See how the word grateful spelled incorrectly? Okay, so this was traditionally a stamp and a die. So I took the dies out, being a company owner, you know, we have to be frugal. I took the die out and popped them into a new, correct set of stamps that was spelt properly. But however, I still have this wonderful stamp that creates this totally awesome lady's head. Now, if you didn't get this lady on launch, this is Marilyn. I'm going to colour her with some pens and show you how awesome we get reflections in highs and lows in her hair. So if you buy this today, you will not, let me just make it very clear, I have popped it in the write-up, I don't want anybody to get confused. You will not get a die, and this stamp here is spelt incorrectly. So dispose of it when you get it home, and no die, okay, £5. Okay, get this one in your basket, it's £5. Less than what I paid for it. My mistake, didn't spell check everything, busy day and all, you know. But it's a beautiful stamp, and this is it stamped out, and we're going to demo it here. Look at this. And it's a big one. Actually, looks like me with my fringe today, although I do look a bit windswept. But there we go. It's an incredible stamp. £5. Now, if you are saving, if you've got 5% as a club, you do the maths. If you've got 20% off because you buy a lot from me, and your 5% for being a stamp club, oh my gosh, I might as well just knock on your door and just come and hand it to you for nothing. Because that's what's going to happen, isn't it? So if you're happy to give this to a friend, please let them know there is a spelling mistake on it. And I did tell you all. Don't want you to get it home good. Toni can't spell. Well, I know I can't spell. But, you know, it is what it is. So shall we get into some demos? So that's the lineup for today. There are some other items listed in the sale too. Check those out. Make the most of them, guys. When they're gone, they're absolutely gone. Julie says she's made a 60th anniversary card. We'll post after the event. Thank you so much, Julie. That's really kind. So let's do a little bit of a shout out. We'll get straight into some demos. Carol, Julie, Amanda, Paula, Bernadette, Julia Gales, Angela Tunstall, Amanda Stockham. Lovely to have your company, Rosie Beaumont. So there you can see all of the products there that I have discounted for you all. The goodie bag is flying, but check that out. And I'm going to leave this sale on until the end of the week, okay? Make sure you get Marilyn in your basket. I'm going to show you a cool technique. So let's have a look at Marilyn. How is everyone? Have you got a cup of tea? Have you all missed me? Like old Linted? Do you know what? I think Kath's been looking for this cup all morning. Where did you find this cup? This is Kath's favourite cup. She's like, what have you done with my cup? Is it in your studio? I was like, how come I always get blamed? But I seem to have found it. Somebody made me a brew. Right, so let's be a bit creative. So I've already gone ahead and stamped Marilyn. Now, Marilyn is big. Let's just have a look how big she actually is. So let's bring her down on my mat here. So she's 5 tall by about 4 wide. So she's going to hold her own on a card. Now, I'm going to do some alcohol marker colouring, guys. With my alcohol marker, I just grabbed a ton of browns because this lady's going to have brown hair. And I stamped it out in my hybrid ink. So make sure you use the correct ink. This is our midnight ink and it works for alcohol and watercolours, okay? Oh, so when you stamp this one out, you shouldn't get any bleed. And when you watercolour with it, it shouldn't blend into the water either. Let me just move that because you're getting my lights in that coffee there. Let's just move that out of the way. So, first of all, if you're a bit fearful of colouring like me, I do like to colour though, and I aren't bad at it if I'm completely honest. I'm not great, but I can get some good results if I concentrate. So what I like to do is grab a ton of pens. These are my Gossip alcohol markers. You've probably got these, a lot of you. If you haven't and you've got an alternative marker, so what? Use them. You've bought them, use them. So let's get some colour swatches down by the base here. So I'm just going to see what colours I want to do first. So very quickly hair tutorial here. Now if you've got any of our other lovely stamps, Marilyn, we had Jessica, there was a few ladies, dig it out, have a play. So I certainly do not want that one. So I'm just doing myself a colour swatch here and then we'll get straight on to the other demonstration too. Well, I don't know how I've picked up a blue pen there. Well, grey. So let's have a look at this one. I will write the numbers I use at the top. That's nice and dark. That's what I want. So that's a dark. Oh, I'm going to go, oh, that's even darker. That's nice. Let me just pop that back in there. There we go. And let's see what this one is. Oof, that's what I'm talking about. Chocolate. So let's go with these. So what I like to do when I'm colouring hair is pick like a section of the hair. So maybe this halo part here or a braids. But I'm just going to go with this part here so you can get a quick look at how I like to colour. Ordered and ready to watch, Sarah says. Well done, sweetheart. So let me just check, make sure I'm starting with my... I don't want that one. I need to sort that lid out. The lighter colour. So let's go with this one. So I like to use the white underneath as part of my halo. And I save ink as well because I'm tight. So I like to go from wherever, they'll always follow your lines, okay? So let me just pen this in very lightly. So pen, pen, pen. And I'm going to do as if my light's come in this way. And the code that I'm using is BR91. Okay? So, and then I come down from the root and follow those lines. And I'm already leaving a halo, you can see. And when you first start, it honestly does look like a hot mess. You need to persevere with it, okay? So let's just bring my halo down a little bit. Bring that up a little bit. So I've already got a halo in a hair. I mean, how cool does that look already? So then I'll move on to this sort of swag part of the hair here. Tim, could you just have a look at Brenda's question there? Thank you, darling. And then this one, I'm just going to go on the curve, follow the lines, okay? Follow the lines. And again, I'm going to go up to try and match that halo here, look. So all ready, so just fill these white bits in here. So then I'm going to leave that for now. And don't forget as well, your alcohol markers, always go lighter by about 2 shades. The alcohol evaporates and it dries way, way lighter, okay? So don't keep going over and over and over because you're just going to get marks. It's evaporating, it'll disappear, okay? So that's like my lightest colour. So let's get the darker colour. I think that might be a bit too dark. No, stick with this one. So the next one I'm going to use is BR98. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is where the lines are actually darker on the stamp, I'm just going to sort of follow those lines, but I'm not going to go as far up. And when you pop it down, it does look scary. Just bear with it, okay? Because honestly, it works. So then from the top, and then this one here is all around. And the way that I like to sort of colour is not like this. It's sort of this. So it's like ticks from school, where you used to do a tick. Yeah, so it's sort of like feathering, I believe it's called. Like shards of grass. So the great thing about this stamp though, guys, is it actually does a lot of the work for me because of all those incredible lines in there. So you can see now how I've sort of like got that halo in there. So let's go back to the light colour and do a little bit of a braid, or I'd love to spend a full colouring session with you. Wrong one. Full colouring session with you all, actually, because I do love my colouring. But again, and if you colour down, try leave some white spaces. Don't colour it all in like block. And on our page as well, I mean, I'm just doing a quick one here, but on our page as well, the lovely Michelle does lots of colouring tutorials for you. So if you're not on our page, you need to go and join the page. because we have a ton of tutorials. So I'm just going in with the braid, trying to keep a little bit of white. You see, I've just kept a little bit of white in one of the braids there, and again here. Not too much, but enough so it just looks like it's catching the light. And then once it's all dried back, if you're thinking, you know what, the white halo is a little bit harsh, just get a super light colour and just blend it all together. It'll look beautiful. So let me just do a little bit more on here. I don't know why I started a colouring demo, because I said I'd just do a little part of the hair, and now I am doing all of the hair. So let me just see if I can grab a super light colour now from somewhere. And let's see if we can just blend it out a little bit and show you how wonderful it looks when you just go over with a lighter colour. We do have a ton of videos. I think I've done a few colouring videos for you all. I'm leaving those because when I go over with a lighter colour, it's going to blend in beautifully. Now I'm missing out questions now. Never mind, hey. So again, in with the lightest of the colour. Now this is not particularly light, but lighter. So I'm just going to try and speed through this a little bit, speed it up a little bit. Try and leave the white. It looks really bitty when you first do it. Like I say, this stamp is doing all the work, really. I haven't really got to do much. Speed colouring, check me out. So there's sort of like the first overlay. Then we just need to go back in with the dark, which is this one for the braidy bits, just to pull them together a little bit. And this is where you're going to see the true sort of dimension in a hair. That's why those wonderful lines are really, really cool. It will help me out a little bit. So you can see you're getting some real dimension in there. So very quickly, and then I'm just going to grab my colouring box out of my cupboard and see if I've got a lighter colour to show you how, once you add that lighter colour over that halo, it's just going to work. Absolutely. So basically, I'm taking my darker pen where those lines are in the hair. And you can play and play and play and keep going and keep going. Right, let me just see if I have a lighter colour. Now watch how this comes together very, very quickly. Hopefully I've got a lighter colour in the cupboard here. Let's see. Oh, we might be in luck. Got lots of tricks up my sleeve, as you all know. Oh, what's this? Let's have a look what this one is. See if this one's a little bit too light. Oh, it might work. Just give that a second to evaporate the alcohol and see what it comes through like. Angela Tunstall, question. Is the acetate only good for construction, or can you make cards? Of course you can make cards with it. You make fantastic cards with it. It carries its own. It holds the weight of flowers, frames, apertures. It's a really good acetate. So with this, I'm just going to go into the white halo. Bring it all together. Now you pick your colours yourself. So where I've got the white, literally. If my browns had been lighter, I would have left that white because it would have been a nice contrast. But because my browns that I went in with were far darker, the white was like bitty, and I don't like the bitty. So here I am just going in with that lovely, this one is BR 101. I think that might be part of her hair as well. How's about that for a little bit of speed? Sketching with the hair. I mean, the colours are not a great match, but do you know what? I'll take it. What do you think of that one, guys? Question, what number's this one? This one's BR 101, darling. So I'm going to let that evaporate and we'll come back to that and see what it looks like. How cool is that? Really, really lovely. And I might use a white gel pen to highlight it and accent it. I would say to you, if you are colouring the hair, stay away from the face, unless you're an advanced colourist. This is how I find it. If I now stepped into her face, I think I'd ruin it. I really do think I'd ruin it. If I did a face and a neck, I probably wouldn't go heavy on the hair because my confidence isn't great. So you do that too. If you can combine both and you're a little bit more advanced, then totally you can do that, okay? But absolutely play around with it. And you could go back in now with a white gel pen, add more highlights in a halo if you wanted to. Not bad for a 2-minute sketch, eh? And I didn't have particularly a colour set that I was really, really wanted. So there we go, quick colouring. And that stamp is £5. £5. Multiple buy, I would say. Raffle prizes, whatever you want to do with them. Just make sure people know there's no dye and it's spelt wrong. So annoying. Oh. Anyway, let's do another one. So the Swan stamp tomorrow, is that still in stock? I hopefully it is still in stock. I'm going to do a demo with that one. So I'm really sorry to be a pain in the bottom, but I got some clean water for my painting and it's on the sink in the kitchen. Would you be able to grab it for me, please? Thank you, darling. So I'm going to paint with the wonderful pens. Let's get them open now. So let me just tear these open. So these pens are incredible, guys. I've got a set in my TV bag. I've got a set, let me just grab my scissors, set in my TV bag, set on my trolley, set at Studio 3. Got tons and tons of these. And the great thing I like about these as well is you can fill them with your eyes ink sprays as well if you want to. Question, are the gossip pens in the sale? They're not in the sale, Angela, unfortunately. They're in the goodie bag, but they're not in the sale. Here we have our colours. So they're super, super easy to activate. You just remove that lime green cap. Let's turn it this way. So let's show you how they work. So you unscrew the cap, you take away the green, you screw, and it sort of like pops the chamber, and then you're ready to go. I'm going to pop them all first before I do anything with them, because it's a recipe for disaster if I don't. So let's just get them all activated. Thank you. And put the lid on them. Now, these are the colours that our lovely Emma picked. And you know she loves colour in her world. So you know you're going to get colour. Take all the rings off. So has everybody been doing much crafting? What's everybody been doing? Have they been doing the Christmas cards? What have you all been doing? I feel like I've sort of like lost where you're all at. I know a lot of you like to stay busy. So I'm just going to get a piece of paper and do a little bit of a swatch, see which ones I want to use. Oh, I love these. So all you do then is it's got a push on the sides here. Give it a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until it comes through the chamber. Don't squeeze too hard. You can see it's just coming through the brush there, just lightly. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There we go. I'm definitely using this colour. You can't see exactly what colour it is, but I'm definitely using that colour. It's like a steely blue. So that's going to be for my sky. Fuchsia pink. Shall I do an Aurora Borealis sky? We haven't done one of them for a while, have we? Oof, look at that. Right, I'm going to go with those three. Oh, yeah, just go with these three. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my card. Christmas cards, Jan says. Michaela's had a grandson for 7 days. Ooh. The good thing about Stamps by Me, as you all know, we have the QR code. And don't forget, Karen posts in the albums and the design team posting all of the albums, all of the makes. So you can go back and revisit cards from White a long time ago, guys. So you'll be able to get lots of inspiration. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to wet my mat and stick my card onto my mat. And then I'm going to wet the paper. And let's do, I don't know, let's do a Aurora Borealis type style sky, shall we? So I'm just going to wet the card, top to bottom. This is watercolour card. You get better results with sort of like moving paint around on watercolour card. The Carter is back in stock as well, our watercolour card. There we go. So I'm going to go with that steely colour. And I'm just going to sort of like tease it in. And I think I'll go all the way down because my swans are going to be in water, aren't they? So let's go all the way down. Don't be tight with it. And then let's just get some more pet water on here. Not too much, just drag it. I love messing around like this. I don't know if anybody else is the same, but I love it. So I'm going to take the purple now. I'm just going to drop the purple in. Give it a squeeze where I want it to be a little bit more intense. I think the good thing about the pens, guys, is you don't have to get your hands mucky. It's wonderful, isn't it? Don't be afraid. Just get the colour on. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So let's get a little bit of orange in here too. And I'm sticking with the bright colours down by the base here, I guess. Because I want my sky to be like a night sky. Like the swans are out having fun at night time. And then let's just move those to one side for now. And then just with some clean water, I'm just move it around a little bit maybe. Again, no rules. Your card. And then I think what we'll do is we'll rattle it with a little bit of water. So wet brush, and you can do that. And you get this mockledy. Now, best way to get best results with this one is like obviously let it air dry yourself. but I'm going to have to speed it up with my gun because I would like to probably pull a bit of that colour out with some tissue. But, you know, it is what it is. Right, let's get this one dry. And before it's absolutely dry, what I like to do is pretend we've got a moon in there. So the way that I like to do a moon, now you can let it dry, absolutely let it dry fully if you want to, because they are reactive inks. But before it's completely dry, to help me out with that little bit of like, oh, trying to give it a lift, I just like to wet my brush, make it wet, and then I sort of like paint my own. You've seen me do this tons of time. So all I do is I pop like a mini moon. So I twist my wrist and I get like a little moon. And then I just do it again over the top. If you're not like great with like twisting or formation of a circle, then get a pencil and draw around the lid of something. And then paint in the circle just with a smaller brush. I'm just going to get some tissue now and I'm going to try and lift that moon out a little bit. So I'm just going to take the tissue and dab inside my moon where that water is. And now you can see we're getting a little bit of a moon. You can give it a real good push in there and hopefully get a bit more. So let's add some more water. And again, the great thing about these sort of techniques is you can go in with your white gel pen, add the highlight after, but I'm just trying to sort of like give myself a little bit of an atmospheric picture really. So I'm just going to give that a second to work its magic, and then I'm going to try and pick it up. So there you've sort of like got that moon, but then, and again, just a bit of water, take your brush and rattle it with some water, and that just gets rid of any sort of like harshy, takes your eye away from any harsh lines you might not be happy with. So I like to just rattle, rattle, rattle. And then what I'll do is with my gel pen is I'll add a little halo in there, and that'll just enhance that lovely, lovely moon on there. So let's dry this one off. So far, so good. Looks like a snowy scene now with a little bit of, I bet we're all going to see totally different things. So I've just turned it onto its back here so I can dry underneath. I think the goodie bag may have sold out. There is a handful of this swan stamp left. Oh no, I've been told we have a handful left. Hopefully the people who are working get an opportunity. I do try and load as many as I can, because I get so many complaints from people who have to work. We've all got to work for a living. So annoying. I'm just clearing that one off there. So this is where stamps come into their own, totally into their own. Really, really, I love this. Well, you know I'm in heaven with stamps. Right, so let's grab our Eureka here. And then let's just pop that in there. Let's get rid of Marilyn. So I will give a free goodie bag to anyone who comments underneath this video when I've gone off air. Okay, so pop a comment in about the savings, did you like the demos, whatever it may be. Say hi. We'd love to hear from you. And I will pick a winner for the goodie bag. I like to do a giveaway. Makes me very happy. I like coffee too. Sue says, sorry she's late, she'll try and watch tonight at 8. Great reminder, actually, Sue. Thank you so much. So tonight I am live at 8 o'clock with the podcast. So we're going to have more demonstrations this evening at 8 o'clock. But there is something very special happening tonight, guys. At 7 o'clock, I'm live on our USA Facebook page for our USA fans using products that are available on HSN. Now, you can come and say hello if you want to, if you are wanting the inspiration from the UK. But if you are watching from the USA, you're in for a treat tonight because I'm doing a dedicated show at 7 o'clock just for you guys too. And that's every Monday as well. So you can tell I like to play, can't you? Right, so let's get our stamp. Now, as you can see, mine is well loved. So it comes with the lovely swans, it comes with the foliage built in, and it comes with sort of like a reflection in the water. So I think we need to go, let's get our focal point on first in the swans. Let's get them on in black. Now, when you look at your reflection collection stamps, the bottom part is slightly distorted. So I'm going to go with I'm going to try and get within this line here. So let's stamp these out in black. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, you're going to stamp that out and it's going to get lost because the background is so dark. But I'm going to show you a way to pull designs back if the background is a little bit dark in a second. So let's just ink this one up. May have to just move my magnet. Get over there a little bit, you. Gosh, you are busy, Toni. I know. It's my job, though. It is my job. It is my job. I do love my job. So already, look, you can see we've got a beautiful design coming together. So again, I'm just going to try and make it a little bit darker. Make sure your card's totally dry as well. Get better results when it's dry underneath. Oh, love it, love it, love it. I'm going to go one more time. So here we're sort of like setting our scene, which is wonderful. So let's move that to the side. So we do have this reflective water sort of like to give you the ripples in the water. Now, you don't have to use this, but you know what? It's in there, so I am going to use it. So let's just go. Just going to use it down by the base here, though, guys. Look, it just adds a little bit more texture. Ripple it into my water. And I stamp everything in black, and then we're going to pull it back with some white. I'll show you in a second. So you can see now how the sort of design extends. Let's just make it a bit darker. So I'm setting my scene here, guys. And then we have the wonderful foliage in the set as well. Now, this actual demonstration, Tim will crop it and pop it onto the product. So when you scan the QR code, you're going to get more inspiration. So with this one, I'm going to go across the top. Let's go high on this one. Now, let's do low first. Let's move my design up. Let's create a beautiful sort of like image here. So a little bit on the edge here. This is just on the edge. I know when you're all watching me because nobody talks. You are so predictable, guys. And then I'm going to take my stamp off and then I'm going to do it up top so it looks like it's really creeping in. So it looks like these swans are having a night sky swim. Like so. So it's like they're in the reeds and you can just see through those gaps that there are two swans having a midnight swim. That's what we're going for here, guys. I have to do it again. Look at that. Right, so let me just add a little bit to the side here so it doesn't look like it's all coming in from the left. And now I'm being told that this is sold out. So well done if you did get it, guys. Let's just do a little bit down here. Like so. So we're building our scene. Let's just make sure I get some. There we go. Ah! I mean, that's a little bit of paper, really. And it's my own little masterpiece now. I'm going to take that to the bank. Right, so let's just take this out of here. And then we're going to bring our swans to the foreground. I'm just going to grab my white ink, my confetti ink, and a smaller brush. And I was looking to see if I had my white eye marler gel pen, but I think that's pushing it, don't you? Oh, crikey, I'm in luck. I'm in luck. Right, so we're going to bring our swans back to the foreground here. So let's just add some water too. So if you have an acrylic paint or a watercolour white, it will work. This is my go-to for my white though. So mix it up. And when you first pop it on, it looks really harsh, but it does go back, okay? So when you pop it on, I'll just take some of that off. So here I'm just adding the white to the swans. And this is going to bring them back to the foreground and stop them from getting lost in my dark background here. I'm doing him all white because he is in the moonlight. He, she. You see now how we've brought them back? Super easy. Now, if you've got this stamp in your stash and you haven't used it, because I know a lot, I know you all, lots of you bought it because you love Stamps by Me and not one of you's used it. Well, I'm doing a little video now for you to get in the mood. Oh, it is wonderful to be back in studio. See how we've got that back? Now you could, if you wanted to, add a little bit of the white down by the base as well, just to, so you do capture that reflection, but it does look good without as well. So personal preference, I guess. Dan says it looks like they're coming through the mist. It does. Right, we better get back. Kids will be waiting for us. We've been and watched the moon. Come on, let's get back. Back to reality. And then I like to take the white and then just add the white into under the black lines to create that ripple. And like I say, when you first put it on, it looks a little bit harsh, the white, but honestly, it goes back. And I would add ripples where there are no lines too. Just give it a little bit of realism. And then I'm going to add, see my moon here? I'm going to add a little halo of white to my moon because it didn't lift as much as I want. So I'm going to add the halo. I'm just going to go around that circle. Drag that one out. And I think I'm just going to let that moon fade out like it is naturally with all the splodges. I don't think it needs me to make it look precise because the design isn't precise in any way. So maybe just a little bit more down here. think that's all right. And then just a few more lines down here. And then if your white ink goes back too much and you're thinking, I've lost all my white, then that's when you need to step in and get your gel pen, your Imala gel pens, and get those highlights in there as well. The great thing of the gel pens as well is they're brilliant for adding accents to your foliage, on top of your foliage, like you're capturing a halo, like on top of your foliage from that moon. So just on the tops, on the sides. Like so. What do we all think? I bet you all thought exactly as I did when I did it. What a hot mess. Somebody thought her out. She's in the wrong job. Bet you did, because it's always the same. I feel it myself. I do it myself. Most of my cards end up in the bin. But hey ho, it turned out not too bad. And I will give this away with whoever wins the goodie bag as well. There we go. I'm going to leave it as is. What do we all think? So pop a comment underneath this video and I'll give this away along with a nice goodie bag for you all. So that is the summer sale show. It's not a ton of stuff this time, guys. I feel like everybody's done sales and we've had sales for the sakes of sales. So I've left it really condensed so you do have focus. And if there's anything you wanted, then you could absolutely top up. We do have our next event for our club members coming up in a few months, and that's where you will get those extra savings. Now, if you're not a club member, there's a couple of things I just want to educate you on. If you're not a club member, you need to join the club. It's extra discounts and you get it back in one purchase, basically. Join the club, Stamps by Me Club, go and check it out, see what you get with the programme. And also we have our Create Together Club also happening at the end of this month. And the first product in the line costs more than you've actually paid for the whole series. And it's a series of 3 items that I pop in one envelope, all in different envelopes, and I tell you when to open the envelopes, and you get 7 days of inspiration for each envelope. It's a great way to create together club. And I show you 7 different ways to use that one line. So we're creative across the board. And how often normally would you pick up a product at home and do 7 totally different things with it? You wouldn't. So it's a great, great class to come and join. Join the Crafty Fun and the inspiration, and then we line them all up at the end. We pick our favourites, and then we have a competition at the end of my makes to see who has loved them the most. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that show today, guys. Don't forget, share the show. Let your friends know if there's anything in the show they think that they might like. Get Marilyn for £5 if you need her. Get some colouring done. Practice your colouring. And I will see you all tonight at 8 o'clock. If you are in the USA, I'll see you at 7 o'clock with some inspirational content there. So I will see you all later. Have a great day. See you all later.